So we were meant to have the first game in 2025 on New Year's Day, but that didn't happen. So this is now the first game, and it's at home against Bath. Marc, how are you?
I got told Hampton didn't fancy that, by the way. I'll speak to Jules about that when I see him. I'm fine, thanks. Yeah, it's weird, really, because the busy festive period ended up in one shit game on Boxing Day. Apart from that, it's been boring, isn't it? So at least football's back, which is great. Quite a few games in Jan now. Yeah. So that's great, yeah.
And potentially, obviously, the Hampton rearranged game might be this month as well. So how are you and the squad today? Obviously, we know that Briggs misses out through suspension, but any changes to the squad or team today ahead of this game?
Macca's on the bench. Brookins back in, as he would have been Boxing Day, New Year's Day.
Yep.
I think apart from that, it's a similar side. Jordan Williams comes into the team. Which gives us good balance, really, left and right. Josh Taylor, Dan Pipers, they're really near now. I think they'll be available next Saturday. So I think from next week we'll have a luxury of riches, really. Obviously we bought Morgan back, so yeah, we're. I think as the 22 games go on, I think we won't have that many excuses if we can keep players on the pitch.
Yeah.
But Briggs a big loss, and with Bobby being on loan, we are going to be pretty short of wingers, if you like. So we'll have to be mindful of that. But yeah, we can't really complain with the team we're putting out.
And presumably no change between the sticks today. You obviously brought in Magnus Norman this week.
Big Magnus, yeah. Yeah, no, he starts on Monday. Yeah, no change, no. We just felt we needed competition. I mean, the fact of the matter is you can't really have any position on a football field without competition, and you've only got to look around the pitch. You've got the likes of Charlie Carter competing with McShane and Josh Taylor and Dan Pybus and George Frankham and all these boys, and the keeper needs competition, and that's where I see it. I don't want to beat around the bush with that. I think you need livening up. I thought we could have done better Boxing Day for both goals. And I just feel like a keeper without competition, in hindsight, maybe wasn't a great idea. So Magnus comes in, we'll see how fit he is, we'll see where he is. And he's local as well. He's Charlie's mate. He's Surbiton, so and he's this will be the lowest level he's ever played.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any other kind of squad admin? Presumably, I noticed in the week that Will Randall's contract had ended at Ebbsfleet, but has he departed now? Has that loan ended?
Yeah, Will's gone. Will's gone. Top player, Will. I think he's looking for a long-term contract somewhere. And I figured that he probably wouldn't feature more so the way we play. It's a high winger that comes inside. We play wing backs on their predominant feet, really. So just didn't quite fit in as much as we thought maybe he would. But listen, we won several games in that period. He featured off the bench several times, and he's a top lad. And he's a Football League player, and we need to remember that. So I'm sure he'll go and get himself a really good deal.
Excellent. So moving on to today's game against Bath then. Obviously we had quite a few encounters with Bath when we were in the National League South before, under their previous management. But it's a new look management side at Bath now, isn't it? And they've just won 3 on the bounce, so expecting a tough game today. Yeah,
it's a weird one. I mean, I've only ever known Bath with Jerry in charge. Really weird. This is Jerry's team, basically. I thought, speaking like as a friend, if you like, I thought it was ridiculous. The Bath fan putting pressure on him. But equally, speaking as an owner of a football club that, especially last year, saw how many teams changed managers and then just had a bounce good enough to kick on. And you can see the impact it's had on them. So, you look at it from that perspective and think, but these are very short-term things. I personally, I thought what Joe had done for that club was amazing. For a young player, brilliant links down there with all those clubs. Always put out great sides, and he fell foul of players being injured. So it's a bit like me getting the push here, really. I mean, it's just, so, yeah, but listen, the new guy done a great job. 3 games, not conceded. a lot of Jerry's players are back now. You know, they're a team that's probably a top. They're a top 8, top 10 team.
Yeah.
They always would have been with those players on the pitch.
Yeah.
And I think it's it's one of those really. I think from the point of view of Bath City, they're a club that I've got a lot of time for, and they're fan run, etc. So they're going a different direction. I do actually think, not to labour on the Jerry point, but if you've been at a club 5-6 years, it is probably too long. I think if I didn't own the club, I don't think it's healthy. I think any level of football, you don't really see that these days, and I think that'll be somebody else's gain in terms of Jerry at some point get into a new project, and it could really kick him on. And I think it could be, potentially once Bath City unravel, they'll have their new era as well. So sometimes these things are not nice, but they work out for the best for everybody. Do you know what I mean? But obviously we hope we beat them, and we hope we start the year as we mean to go on at Meadowbank, scoring a few goals.
Excellent. Yeah. Lastly, before you go, Mark, I know that you're a big fan. Did you watch the darts last night?
Yes, massive fan. Yeah, I'm a big darts fan. I've got a big ex-family member that was a big dart player. To be honest, not many people know this, but what I don't know about darts ain't worth knowing. So I've been telling the lads how to win a few quid in it, and they've been listening. But yeah, pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
And everyone said, "Oh, when was the last time there was a world-class sportsman at 17?" And it was Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, yeah.
And Ronnie O'Sullivan could play with his opposite hand at 17 and beat everybody else.
Still playing now at nearly 50.
Yeah. But it is phenomenal. I don't think anyone could ever legislate with trying to hit a square millimetre in front of that many people who can't even see the dartboard. So, what a great performance from Luke Littler. He said he hasn't got a clue what to do with the money. I have. Give it to us. Give it to us. Give it to Dorking Wanderers, Luke, and just save enough for your kebab.
Yeah,
perfect.
And get his name on the owner's board.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Cheers, Mark. Good luck this afternoon, and we'll speak to you after the game.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you.